So you're thinking about moving to Waterloo? Here are the top 5 neighborhoods which are the best in Waterloo. And we have seen so many families from Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton, all over GTA moving to Waterloo. So in today's video, we will discuss top schools, top neighborhood, top parks, and so you will get a comprehensive guide about what are the neighborhoods in Waterloo and which one you should focus on. Hello everyone, my name is Parth Soni. I am an agent based in Waterloo region, catering Waterloo region and Toronto market. The only thing I ask, if you find any value out of this video, do like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Now the very first thing, let's look at the map of Waterloo so you know where it's located. Most of the people do know about that. So here's the map of Waterloo. For this, we have considered like many factors when selecting the neighborhood, but for the purpose of this video, I have considered like schools, crime rate, availability of amenities like trails, park, gym, shopping malls, everything. Transit and average neighborhood income basically. I'll also share the average price of the houses in the neighborhood so you get to know what areas you need to focus on based on your requirement and your budget. Now let's look at the very first neighborhood, which is Laurelwood and Columbia Forest. Now it is located on the west side of Waterloo. It is a mixture of towns and detached houses. It does have a few condos. Reflection is one of them, which is my personal favorite if you're looking in Waterloo. The main thing, it's located like right behind the school, so easy access, public transit and everything. If you see, most of the houses over here are built between 1990s to 2010. So if you're looking for a new houses, it might be a little bit trickier to find in Laurelwood. There could be few, but not that many though. And if you're someone who's looking for a bigger houses for a bigger family, like 3,000 square feet or higher, you will be able to find few houses over here which are more than like 3,000, 4,000 square feet in Laurelwood. There are two big parks in Laurelwood. One is Old Oak Park and the other one is Gatestone, which is really nice. You should, if you're coming, you should go down there. And lots of green area, namely Laurel Creek, which is one of the conservation area that is located right across the Laurelwood. So just a walking distance depending where your house is, or just a short commute. On top of that, there are also so many parks located in Columbia Forest. The main thing why families prefer this neighborhood is because of their schools. We have Abraham Earp, Laurel Heights, Laurelwood. Laurel Heights is like a secondary school. It does have a rating of 8.4, which is like highest in the region, and this is the only area which have a secondary and primary school higher than 8 ranking as per the Fraser. Most of the neighborhood you will see like there are few in Waterloo, but most of the neighborhood in Kitchener you will have good primary ranking, but when it comes to secondary it's not that great. Now let's talk about the house prices. So just a reminder, first of all, not many listing comes in Laurelwood, but if you're looking for something on an average price, a townhouse will cost you roughly about $770,000. Definitely you can get a cheaper as well, but this is the, I would say, an average price. You can also expect something in range of like $730,000 to $800,000 for a townhouse, and if you are looking for a detached, the average price point right now is $1.3 million. Now if you are talking about Columbia Forest, the average price point of a townhouse, I would say there was one recently sold for $820,000, but pretty much in a ballpark in a same as Laurelwood. Average price point you can get roughly in like $750-ish, and if you're looking for a detached, I would say 1.1 is a pretty good number if you're looking for a detached property. Now keep in mind, this is furthest from the GTA and in the whole Waterloo region. So if you are someone who is commuting on a daily basis at 10 to 15 minutes more on a regular basis than you do, because if you see the location, it's like literally on the west end, so you will need 10 to 15 minutes more to reach to the highway in order to get to the GTA. In terms of public transit, you will definitely have GRD buses over here, but there is no LRT route in this neighborhood, so just make sure you know about that. The median household income in this neighborhood is roughly about $146,000, and crime rate, if you look at that, it's 63% lower than the average Canadian crime rate, which is really nice. So overall, it's perfect for someone with family whose top priority is schools, both primary and secondary. Now the second one on the list is Lakeshore Village. Now if you are someone who's looking for a bungalow or bigger size lot, this is the area to go for. You will find ample properties in this neighborhood where you have like a good size lot, 40, 50, 60 feet frontage and even more. It is very close to University of Waterloo, Conestoga Mall and St. Jacob's Market as well. Now if you see the type of houses, most of the houses over here are detached, with a mixture of few semi-detached and very less townhouses. You will also find a few of the rental apartment buildings over here. And if you see, the age of most of the houses are between 60s to 70s, so 1960s to 1970s. Make sure if you're looking in this kind of neighborhood, check the electrical panel. Yeah, make sure about that. As I mentioned, most of the houses are between 60s and 70s. This makes us one of the oldest neighborhood in Waterloo. Lakeshore does have an Albert McCormick Community Center, which has received a recent grant, I think based earlier this year, roughly about $1.5 million, and going through a good renovations in that. Now this neighborhood does have a good amount of park as well. Now in terms of schools, we have Mac at Haram, Cedar Brae and Winston Churchill, and few more. Now I personally believe this neighborhood is much more for families, retirees, and if you're someone who's looking for a first-time home buyer, if you're someone who is first-time home buyer looking for a house hacking, this neighborhood does provide that perfect opportunity, which balances the price and also the amount, basically ROI on this one is really good. So in short, if you're someone who has a budget of $700 to $750 and looking for a detached property in Waterloo, then this might be the neighborhood you should look into. Last year we got a property in this neighborhood, a detached bungalow, for $695 for our client. Now the next one, the third one on the list, is Uptown Waterloo. Now it is one of my favorite area to go for. It have tons of options for restaurants, pubs, bars, all kind of amenities for entertainment, shopping, and so much more in this area. Now this is also good for someone who's moving from Toronto downtown, especially Kitchener Waterloo does not have that much of a great downtown as Toronto have. So if you're moving down from Toronto downtown, you should definitely consider this area, as you will find a little bit hustle and bustle here and there. It is also one of the most bike friendly neighborhood, and it also have like everything within walking distance. So even if you don't have a car, you can easily get everything nearby. Now in this one, you will have a plenty of options for condo. If condo is your vibe, definitely do consider this area. Uptown does have a tons of condos. We have seen so many condos over here who are like $2 million and higher as well. But I would say a starting price for a one bedroom in this one, consider roughly about $450,000 to $500,000 in this particular neighborhood. You will also find tons of detached property in this one. Most of them are roughly about 60 to 70 year old, but maintained like beautifully in excellent condition. And it's like it's not a cookie cutter houses in this neighborhood. It's like each and every house is different and very well maintained, beautiful landscape, and you just go around there and you will find it's not your traditional house. It's really nice. Now in terms of school, you will have Westmount and Elizabeth Ziegler for primary purposes, and both schools does offer in French immersion options as well, and based on the Fraser, it does rank 6 and higher all the schools in neighborhood. Uptown has so much to offer. I will make a detailed another video about it, but if you're looking specifically for Uptown, if you're someone who's looking for an Uptown, reach out to me. I'm happy to guide you about that, to provide you more details in depth. And if you're someone who's considering condo in Uptown, check out this video over here. This will guide you up really nice. And if you're someone who's considering buying a condo in Uptown, check out this video over here. Now the next one, the fourth one on the list, is Eastbridge Colonial Acres. Now if in today's market, if I am buying a house in Waterloo, this is the area I will go for. Eastbridge is one of like more established neighborhood with a mixture of towns and detached in that, and most of the houses, I would say, it's detached homes in the Eastbridge. It is located on the northeast side of the Waterloo, and it is much more like Laurelwood, but most of the houses over here are newer compared to Laurelwood. The majority of the homes in this neighborhood are built between 2000 to 2015, and if you are someone who's looking for a detached home, like a decent detached with 1800 square feet, 3 bed, 3 bath, you can expect something in a range of about $850,000 to $1 million, and most of the time you will be able to get something under $1 million in this neighborhood. And there are also tons of bigger houses in this neighborhood with more square feet, better layout, better finishes, so, and of course with more price, like about $1 million. Now again, this area is Laurelwood. It's mainly like Eastbridge is mainly like for families with school as a top priority and all the amenities surrounding. In terms of school, you will have a Leicester and Millennials. Both are really high ranking in Fraser Institute, so I believe it's 8 and higher for both of them. This neighborhood does have a really nice condo building that is located on Northfield, and the condo name is Blackstone. So if you're someone who have a restrictive budget and someone who's looking under like $400,000, you can definitely secure a condo condo under $400,000 in Blackstone building for 1 bed, 1 bath, and it's one of the really nice location to be in. The average household income in this neighborhood is $170,000 with a very low crime rate. Now the fifth and the last one on the list is Vista Hills neighborhood. Now again, if you are someone who's looking for a brand new houses or a much more newer houses, then this is the neighborhood to go for in Waterloo. Most of the houses you will see are built after 2015. It is a brand new subdivision. Majority of the houses are done by Activa builders down there. And if you see in terms of prices, most of the detached are definitely like just at $1 million or higher than $1 million price point. And if you're someone who's looking for a brand new, Activa have on their website, you can check out with the Activa builders. They do have quite a few houses available right now, which is like a brand new or roughly about 1 or 2 year old. Now, in terms of amenities, Costco is nearby. You have a few parks down there. In terms of school, Vista Hills is the school down there. Again, a really nice ranking based on the Fraser Institute. So definitely do check out this neighborhood. And just to give you an idea, again, this is also further away from your highway. So if you're someone who's commuting to GT on a daily basis, just make sure you know about all that stuff and add 10 to 15 minutes more to your commute. Vista Hills also offers some of the condo townhouses. So if you're someone who's looking under 700,000 and less, they do offer some condo townhouses. So do check that out as well. Now, these were the 5 neighborhoods which I think top 5 in Waterloo region. Being said that there are a few pockets in whole region which are really nice. And for this, for the purpose of this video, I'm only doing like a generic one. There are quite a good neighborhood, like if you go like near a Dream Park, but it's like very on an expensive side. Like townhouse will cost you roughly about $1 million and more down there. So, but again, it's a really nice neighborhood down there. Kiwanis Park is one of it. But again, it's just for a general consumer basis. So do check out other neighborhood as well. And if you're someone who is planning to buy a house in Waterloo, do let me know. I'm happy to connect with you. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.